Hello everyone, I would say welcome to my next adventure, and in this adventure I'm going to show you guys how to make this right here. How to actually put this setup together, and actually how to make all this part right here and make it work fine. So, other words, and how to connect the thing properly is located in this video. The testing is going to be in a totally different, or actually in the same video. I'm going to actually do the same testing for you guys. So, anyways, this right here is a mini blower system, right, that I've actually showed you in the past with the inflatable costumes and that. So how to actually properly set one of these up is very simple. It's actually how to put one just together and just use it for whatever you want. Just like if you want to use this for pants inflations and stuff like that too, you can use that too. For particularly nylon is the best material to be able to inflate for inflatable pants. If you really want to buy yourself one or a pair of inflatable pants or something like that, you can easily get that anywhere. So you can get them from eBay. They're nylon pants. That's all they are. And which, of course, the air actually has to be held within them to be able to do that. And or if you have a 300 CFM blower system, that doesn't really matter with that, because then just as long as you have a big pair of pants on and you want to be funny with them, then yeah, you can do that too. Remember about the respirator system that you have to add to the blower system if you want to do that out in public. So if you want to go out in public just to be stylish to do that, then you can do that just to be funny. I would be doing that just to be funny anyways, but actually that's not something I would be doing out in public though, but it's like it's an option if I wanted to do that or not. But I would just it would be trouble actually putting that blower somewhere, so, or keeping it somewhere to where it's not going to actually do any harm to the blower. So that would be something I'll just work on later. Just add an extra hole somewhere or something like that where the inflatable pants is, like if it was an inflatable costume, basically as another character, but just the bottom part instead of the top part. So, in other words, that's what inflatable pants are. Anyways, it's just an inflatable costume just on your bottom part. That's how to sum all that up. But anyways, this is everything that you're gonna need for that. M2, not M2. These are M3 bolts. They're really small, and then you have the M3 screw that actually does that. That goes with that. But you want to make sure you take this bolt right here instead of it actually going all the way up as for right now. But you want to make sure you just take it off over here. This right here is also the finger guard, of course, and I'm going to show you guys how to attach this screw to the finger guard. It's really simple. You just put it right through the finger guard like that. So it's like you don't really need any glue for it or anything. So, and then you put the bolt right back on the screw, and then you make sure it's all the way back up to the starting point where it was again. So to make sure, that's how you actually get the blower system to be able to move. So it works properly, so then it doesn't actually touch this. That's how you get it to not touch it, by putting an extra bolt on the screw, and then there you go. And then, of course, it's not supposed to look like that, though, but that's just an example. Then you just put the bolt right back on the screw, and, and a lot of people know how to do that. So that's the simple part of it. But then you also, not everyone knows how to do that, though, but that's how you do that. But you also want to start off by also cutting this part with your clippers here, with your actual wire strippers, and then you just do that with it. This part right here is used for the bot vacuum, but you really don't. If you don't have a bot vacuum, then you're just going to use the blower for in general other things, and it's great for not just that. So it's not just for bot vacuum. It's made for PCs to other things like that, and etc. But as I mentioned earlier, it's also for that as well. So and it's for inflatable costumes. But yeah, of course I mentioned that earlier too. So that is actually, I'm just mentioning inflatable costumes again because this is what I use over there for that. Because as for right now, this is the cheapest blower that I can buy that out on the market. That actually is used. Unfortunately, it's used, but it's not brand new. But yeah, fortunately, it still works. I just don't know how long it's gonna last. It doesn't really matter, anyways. I spent $10 for it. Well, it does matter because it should last at least 10 years with that kind of money with it, for sure. Because of 10 years. These things can last up to 5 or 6 years. and then it just dies after that, and it's only set for so many hours, and then these things die. But yeah, of course, I will get it all put together for you guys. So this right here is how you're going to build it. And actually, it's like I said earlier, this is really simple stuff. And actually, this is real time and how much it's going to take you to actually make this. So it's not really going to take very long. And you just need 2 hands to be able to do that. You just want to... I'm just doing this to show you guys how easy it is. It's really not all that hard. Most Chinese companies do this anyways, so they can watch this as well. Anyone really can watch this. It's gonna be public. So anyways, and I was supposed to make that funny, and I know my laugh is a little annoying, so I'm going to stop laughing a little bit. I can't help with not laughing. Alright, I can't help with not laughing part. I just said I was going to stop laughing. I just laughed just to make you guys laugh at that. So that was supposed to be something funny for you to laugh at. So I'm just going to continue doing it with the other side. It's like I said, it's like I've been doing this for so many years. That's why it's not taking me as long. Because I know exactly what bolt does what. Or not what bolt does what. It's not a matter of doing that. It's not like actual scientists to do that and all that kind of stuff, you know. And not an actual... Well, I am kind of a scientist with these kind of things. Actually, not kind of. I actually really am a scientist with that. So, when it comes to blowers and stuff like that, and of course I know what the heck is going on with them. But not really exactly, well, especially the noises that they make. I know what the regular noises sound like and know what they sound like when they're not so regular at all. So, anyways, I'm just going to, and then that's how you actually got the finger guard on there, and that's how you put it on there. And you want to make sure you can pull that or make sure that it's able to run properly so that it doesn't really get jammed or nothing. So there you go. So that's how you do that with that. Now this is the second part that you need to do with it, and you just take this right over here. You take this is the positive, which is the red, and the red's always a positive. Always remember that when you come to blowers. That's the most important thing to remember. And black is your negative, which is your ground, and the circuit over here for that matter. So you want to make sure you twist this silver. It's actually silver, which is the most conductive element here on Earth. Is silver, as far as I'm aware of. That's what I heard. And then, unless there's other conductive elements I don't even know about quite yet, comment down below if you have another conductive element that you know about that's even more conductive than that. Because I don't know what other conductive element actually is more conductive than silver. As far as I'm aware of, silver is the one that tops everything off. But anyways, and then of course you got the other cheaper ones that like aluminum and that. So, and then you just take your screwdriver and you just kind of work your way with it. And then you just work your other way with that one too. How to properly set this all up is actually another most important thing too. You want to make sure you set this up properly, and actually sometimes you just kind of bend that a little bit down, and then you just kind of like make a loop out of it, make a tiny little loop, and just set that in there again, and then you just screw the screw back into place over there again. So this is how you're supposed to look with it. Negative, positive. Make sure they are away from each other like that, and you want to make sure that you put a piece of Gorilla Tape that actually is small enough to fit in between there, and you just put it up to here. More like, instead, you can't put it up on here all the way, because this needs to connect to your female port. So you want to make sure that that's uncovered at all times and there's no Gorilla Tape on that area. It can be all the way up to the rim over there, and that's about it. So anyways, with these other parts right here, you don't need those two parts. That's for the yellow one's for the RPM, and then this one's to 0 to 20 volt, not 1. 0 to 20 volt for that one. So you really don't need to use those ones for that manner. You just need the two main ones, the red and black one. So that's all you need for that to be able to run this blower properly. And this is how it's supposed to look anyways. That's the finished product of it. But then that's not actually the finished thing, because you need to be able to secure this first. And then you want to make sure you put Gorilla Tape all over this area too. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And I would say, if you guys have any other further questions about regarding to this video here, then you can also ask down below there, and then I'll be happy to answer your questions of what else you have for me to actually show you what else you wanted me to show you with this one. And yeah, of course, there's not really too much more I could have really shown in this time frame. So anyways, now I'll see you guys in my next adventure.